Yo, what's good, y'all? L Famous on the check-in. Living my life, not thinking about it twice. Hey, yo, man, I decided that I'm going to give y'all a story. You heard? I decided I'm going to give y'all a story. And what story I'm going to give y'all? Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all three stories. I'm going to give y'all three stories in one. You heard? Real quick ones. You heard? This is about Fat Joe. This is about Fat Joe before he got on like that. Two of the stories is going to be about Fat Joe before he got on like that. And one of the stories is going to be about Fat Joe and his peoples when they was on. You heard? Now look, the first story is this. I'm chilling around my high school, Tab High School in the Bronx, New York. Everybody know about Tab because it was the worst high school for like 3 years straight. It was on the cover, I think it was on the cover of the Daily News as the worst high school in New York City during the years that I was hanging around there. Not going there, because I got kicked out of Tab. The years I was hanging around there, it was considered the worst school in New York City. Tab High School, William H. Tab, or William F. Tab, whatever, William H. Tab, with F. Tab, or whatever that shit is, you heard? Tab High School, Bronx, New York. Niggas know it used to go down in there. Well, anyway, this is not a Tab story. This is going to be a Fat Joe story, you heard? Now look, one day, me and my team coming out of Tab, we walking down the block, and everybody know, as soon as you come out of Tab, it used to be right across the street was all the stick-up kids, you heard? And if you didn't know them, you was getting robbed if you had anything that was of value. Girls and all that. I remember niggas robbed a girl for her door knocking earrings and her long ass shearling, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy around Tab. You know what I'm saying? All the stick up kids were standing outside across the street when it was done. So one day we went across the street, we chilling, we young niggas, freshmen, you heard? As a freshman, I was on it. As a freshman, I was on it. In freshman, I was on it. I'm just telling you the truth. So one day, me and my crew, we walking. I think it's me and my man Parks, and we walking and shit. Then next thing you know, you see a Spanish fat chubby dude across the street looking at us with a stack of flyers in his hand. You heard? And so we paid him really no mind. I paid him no mind. This and that. Boom, boom, da 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 da. You know. Next thing you know, he come across the street. He walk up to us. He said, "Yo, what's up, y'all? How old are y'all?" It's like, "Yeah, we like 17, 18, whatever." We said what we was. You heard? I think it was 17. So he was like, "A word." He was like, "Yo, here, y'all." Boom. Gave me and my man Parks two flyers. Coogee Rap at the Fever. You heard? Fat Joe was giving out flyers. So Fat Joe, if you see this video and you remember this, I remember when you came to Tab High School and you came up to only me and my man out of all the kids that was out there and all the people that was out there. And you only gave me and me and my man Parks flyers to go to Coogee Rap at the Fever. You heard? I think it was on a Friday or a Sunday. You heard? I think it was on a Sunday. You heard? Never forget it. Or it might have been on a Wednesday, or it might have been on a weekday. Boom. That was the first story. You heard? Fat Joe, way before he got on, giving out flyers, a Coogee Rap at the Fever. You heard? Fat Joe, you see this? I know you're going to remember it. Boom. You on now, but that don't mean nothing. Everybody start from somewhere. That's the whole purpose of the video. Now look, the second story with Fat Joe. What's the second story with Fat Joe? The second story with Fat Joe is I'm a freshman at TAF. You heard? Same year, I'm a freshman at TAF. Now, as a freshman, when I was a freshman, that was when I was playing basketball. So I was on JV basketball team. So at the end of the day, for you to be on a basketball team, your grades got to be high. So I was doing good. I kept my grades up that year. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on the JV basketball team. So one day, I was on Tab JV basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Coach Henderson, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Point guard. Niggas know what it is. Or shooting guard. Y'all niggas know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now look, Coach Henderson, we got a game with Morris High School. You heard? That's another story because I wound up getting kicked out of Tab and I went to Wharton, got kicked out of Wharton, went to Morris, got kicked out of Morris, and sent to Monroe. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all niggas. I was a terror, but that's a whole nother story. But We going to play. I'm in Tab, my first high school I ever went to. I picked Tab as a high school to go to. When Tab was my zone school, I didn't even have to pick it. And I would have went there, but I picked it because all the niggas from my block was going there. All the older niggas from my block was going there, and they used to tell me about knocking niggas out, beating niggas up, jumping niggas, and all that crazy shit that they was doing. I wanted to go there. I want everybody to want to go right where they block go. You heard? So boom. So then I went. So we go. So we on the basketball team JV. We go up to Morris. Y'all be quiet back there. We go up to Morris, and Fat Joe standing in front of Morris with his goons. You heard? Regular Spanish kid, chubby, troublemaker, you could tell, but he was a real dude. He wasn't a troublemaker with the wrong people. He was a troublemaker with the people he felt he was trouble with. Because we was young anyway, but as soon as we walking up to the school, they standing right at the front of the door of Morris High School. So and Forest Projects is right around the corner from Morris High School. So Fat Joe and his goon is just standing there. So next thing you know, Fat Joe see us coming, because you could tell we like a little basketball team or whatever. So he like, yo, what school y'all from? What school y'all from? And we like Tab. I think I said Tab, and somebody else. He was like, word? Yo, bust these niggas ass, man. Bust these niggas ass. He was talking about bust them niggas ass Morris. And it was funny because Morris is his school. His block is right around the corner from Morris. You heard Projects is right around the corner from Morris. And he was like, yo, bust these niggas ass. Bust these niggas ass. The shit was mad funny. I was like, oh, boom, boom. Now, I didn't know he was Fat Joe at the time, but at the end of the day, when he got on, because he got on with Flo Joe right after that. And I knew he was Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. That's the second story on Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? We was going to play on Morris High School in basketball JV, and Fat Joe and his goonies were standing in front of the joint, and he was like, yo, bust they ass. He was like, what school y'all from? First he asked us what school we from. We said Tab. He said, yo, bust these niggas ass. These niggas is trash. Bust them niggas ass. You heard? And I was laughing because I was like, yo, this nigga crazy. This nigga don't like them niggas, and he from over here. You heard? But then the third story is this. Your story is a real story. I'm hanging out with Unique and them from Mecca Audio. You heard? Young nigga. Hanging out with Jeek, Dre, kid named Dre. They from Harlem. Mecca Audio. I'm talking about Unique. They just came home from Mecca Audio. They had the Club 2000. Yeah. I'm hanging out with Unique. You heard? But Unique and them was not with us this night. You know what I'm saying? I got another story about Unique in the fever when showbiz and them peoples poured a drink over Unique people's head. You heard? And Unique was right there laughing. Yo, this is classic shit, B. Classic shit. But make a long story short, I forgot. I think that joint, that lounge that was on Tremont over there by Hughes Avenue, a couple blocks from Hughes Avenue. Everybody, if you in the comments, who remember that lounge over there by Hughes Avenue across the street from 2 blocks from Hughes Avenue on Tremont. You heard? Remember that little lounge? Yeah, well, we was going to that lounge one night. Dre, Jeek from Harlem that used to be down with Unique. That was his young boys. We going that Jeek get busy. You heard? Jeek get busy. You heard? But them niggas had to take a loss this night. Jeek ain't take a loss. Dre took a loss this night, but Jeek get busy. I seen it with my own eyes. Now look. Boom. We go to the lounge and all that. Me and my niggas from my block and Jeek and them. Like I told you, Unique is not with us this night. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So we go to get in. It's Fat Joe. Fat Joe used to hang with a whole bunch of Spanish dudes that was crazy wild. I heard they all went to jail or they all died. You heard? But yo, I'm telling you, Fat Joe ran with some wild boys back in those days. Fat Joe, if you see the video, you know I ain't fronting. Yo, but man, the video's about to go cut off. Let me say it real quick. But look, yo, we go up to the spot, try to get in. The dude Dre and Jeek, they from Harlem. They not really from the Bronx. So the nigga Dre, he a short dude, and he's saying some grungy shit to try to get in. So somehow